To by explosions in the sky. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman as we go now to California, where crowds of students stormed and occupied the office of a University of California San Diego chancellor for 6 hours Friday after a noose was found hanging from a bookcase in the main library. The incident prompted angry protests from students across the UC-wide system and denunciations from UC President Mark Yudof and California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. The unidentified student who admitted to hanging the noose was suspended. But racial tensions still run deep at UC San Diego, where the noose is only the latest in a string of incidents over the past few weeks. Protests were initially sparked by an off-campus party last month they called Compton Cookout, that mocked Black History Month and denigrated African-American women. UC San Diego has the smallest percentage of African-American students in the 9-campus UC system. The Black Student Union at UC San Diego has declared the campus climate for racial minorities to be in a, quote, state of emergency. The students called on the university to increase its stated commitment to diversity by recruiting more students of color and providing greater support for ethnic studies departments and resource centers for underrepresented students. For more, I'm joined now in San Diego by the co-chair of the Black Student Union from the University of California, San Diego, Fanon Kavlevsky, and Daniel Widener, Associate Professor of History and Faculty Director of the African American Students Minor at UC San Diego. He co-authored a letter from the African American faculty expressing their, quote, disgust at the racist and misogynist events and calling on the university administration to provide the necessary resources to improve the climate on campus. We're going to start with Daniel Widener, Director of the African American Studies Minor at UC San Diego. Just further explain these events, please.
Well, good morning, Amy. I think the most important thing for viewers and listeners to understand is that the students are battling not only a campus climate of intense hostility that Fanon will also detail, but a tremendous amount of history. The California voters have passed a series of racist initiatives really over the last 40 years, opposing fair housing, dismantling affirmative action, criminalizing youth, attempting to criminalize undocumented immigrant populations. So there's really a social basis for an intense racism that aims to maintain Black people as a surplus population to be jailed and Latino people as a disposable population to be kept as a semi-permanent socioeconomic underclass. So education is a critical part of that, and on a campus where our numbers are almost a statistical anomaly, we face just a tremendous amount of both neglect and active hostility.
Fanon Kavlevsky, co-chair of the UC San Diego Black Student Union. These most recent events, can you start off by explaining what the so-called Compton Cookout was?
So the Compton Cookout, which was hosted and organized by different UCSD students, was in honor of Black History Month, and it was basically making a mockery of everything that we were celebrating for Black History Month on our campus, and allowing students to experience the ghetto and different aspects of the ghetto by dressing a certain way and eating certain food and listening to certain music. But they definitely described what students should wear in a very detailed and dehumanizing and demoralizing way. We were all very shocked to read the description, as well as a lot of other students and faculty and staff. A lot of folks thought it was a joke at first, but the party did happen that Monday.
I'm just amazed as I look at this Facebook invitation that urged women to dress as ghetto chicks who, quote, usually have gold teeth, start fights and drama, and wear cheap clothes. It said the menu would include chicken and watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have...
Yeah, that's right.
Professor Widener.
No. I just wanted to say that that was really only the first of a string of subsequent incidents. And it's important for people to understand that those incidents continue and the new ones are coming to light. We had a student who had trash thrown on her in the residence hall. We've had students intimidated in large lecture courses where you may have 400 or 500 students and may have 1 or 2 African Americans at most. We had, of course, the incident that people have heard about of the noose being hung in the library. And we've had some off-campus incidents in restaurants and other public spaces. So our position, our feeling, is that the climate is worsening for students and that students are expressing tremendous concern about their safety, a fear of attending classes, a fear of being on the